Now let's try to solve a numerical on design of cylinders. The given data is as follows. Brake power of 5 kilowatt is given to you. Speed 1200 rpm. PMI, which indicated mean effective pressure, is given to you as 0.35 Newton per mm square. It is also given that it is a 4-stroke diesel engine with a mechanical efficiency of 80%. It is required to determine bore and length, thickness of cylinder head, and size of studs. Now, to solve this numerical, we will go by a stepwise procedure. Step 1 is to find the bore diameter of the cylinder as well as the length of the cylinder. Bore diameter is given by capital D and length is given by capital L. We all know that indicated power is equals to brake power divided by mechanical efficiency. Brake power we all know is given as 5 kilowatt and mechanical efficiency is given to us as 80%, which can be written as 0.8. On solving, we get the value of IP, that is indicated power, as 6250 watts. Substituting this value in this formula where IP equals to PMI into L into A into N divided by 60,000, where IP is indicated power, PMI is mean indicated pressure, L is length of stroke, A is area of the cylinder, and N is dependent on the 4-stroke or 2-stroke engines. If it is a case of 4-stroke engine, this N is converted to N by 2. If it is a 2-stroke engine, N remains capital N. Substituting the values, IP is 6250, PMI as given 0.35 Newton per mm square, L. We all know that L is given by 1.5 times of D, and area for a cylinder or a cross section of circle is given by pi by 4 D square, and small n is substituted as N by 2 divided by 60,000. As we are putting the value 60,000 here, this value is in watts. If I substitute this watts here, then I have to take this value in kilowatts. On solving this relation, we get the value of capital D as 115 mm. Substituting this value in small l as 1.5 D, which gives small l as 172.5 mm. Further, to obtain capital L, it is 1.15 into small l is 198 mm. A slight correction that this value of L is not capital L, whereas it is small l. Capital L as 1.15 L equals to 198 mm. As we have discussed earlier, that 1.15, that is 15% higher than the stroke length, which includes the clearance of the cylinder as well. Moving forward, in step number 2, we will be finding TH, that is from the equation or from the question we can say that it is thickness of the cylinder head. Thickness of cylinder head, TH, can be found by the specific formula which we have already discussed, substituting the values of 115, which is nothing but which we have obtained earlier as D equals to 115 mm, 0.1, which is a constant of capital C, which was already discussed, 3.15. This value is pressure, or we can say the maximum pressure, which can be obtained by this relationship. P max is 9 into 0.35, which comes to as 3.15 Newton per mm square. We have already discussed that P max is 9 to 10 times of mean indicated pressure. So solving these values, and lastly substituting the value of sigma T as 40. Why so? Because as discussed earlier, sigma T is in the range of 30 to 50. So we are taking a mean value of 40, and solving this TH, we get the value of TH approximately as 10 mm. The last step includes solving the size of studs. Size of studs is solved by finding the value of small d, which is the diameter of the studs, which is directly related to core diameter DC, which is 0.84 of D. These two are the equations which are being equated. This term here, pi by 4 D square P, represents the gas load, and this term ns into pi by 4 dc square into sigma t shows the force applied by each of the studs. Now how to find the value of ns? Ns is the number of studs. Generally this value is taken between 4 to 8. So we will take the mean value as 6. Substituting the values, pi by 4 d square, d value which we have already obtained in step 1, that is 115 mm, substituting the value, and p which is p max, that is 3.15 Newton per mm square. Ns we take the value as 6, pi by 4 dc square, where dc is nothing but 0.84 d, and sigma t as 55. Substituting all the values and solving, we get the value of d as 14 mm. A slight correction wherein this value will be the square term. That's it. A easy step to solve the numerical.